YouTube, what is up? It is a freaking awesome Monday morning out here at the track, because Mondays, you know what we do, we sprint, we lift heavy, and so we start out here. But over here at the track, got some sprints to start off, probably more acceleration, or I'll kind of see as we go, but legs are feeling good, so let's hope run some fast sprints today. We're in that fire pod vest again to kind of measure my top speeds. So I'll go with that, and then I'll go straight from here, straight into a lower body lift. Got some heavy squats. So it'll be a dense training day back to back, as opposed to kind of splitting them up. Gonna play around with this because literally for the longest time, I've always sprinted and done legs on the same day. You know, my high days where it's very demanding stuff for the last like 8 years. And I used to always do where I just go back to back, straight from the field, straight into the gym or the weight room. And then over the last year, I've kind of split them up in 2 sessions, but I've kind of found recently that, yeah, you get rest in between, but what ends up happening with me is I kind of get like, I have to get psyched up again. So it's like, well, why not just be psyched up, drive straight to the gym and keep that up, and then you go straight into the lower body lifts. That's what I'm gonna do today. So it'll just be a lot back and forth, but that's why we like to do it. That's why we like to get after. We like to sprint fast, jump. Got some heavy squats today, but should be a good one. Let's get rolling into the speed session. Hear me, but we'll start off with the drills. We go switches, so we'll go single switch, double, triple, 2 of each. So big emphasis on the switches, driving that knee, that hip height, pulling that toe towards the shin, and just aggressively going into the ground. So add a little skip to it as well. So we'll start singles, doubles, and triples. The 2 singles, now 2 doubles, so we'll go pop, 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 pop. So 2 on each side, so go right, left, right, left. I'll go 2 of these. All right, we'll go triples now. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, stick, hold, really driving down, being aggressive. All right, so finish those switches. I did singles, 2 by 10 yards, doubles, triples. Working on some of those mechanics. Now warm up the hamstrings. I'm gonna go these straight leg bounds. Hopefully you can see it, kind of get farther away, but straight leg bounds, kind of building up. First 10, like smaller, nice and quick, and then from the 10 to 20, opening up a little more, and then from the 20 to 30, nice and big. So straight leg bounds, building up really, loosen up the hammies, get them ready for sprinting, get after it. All right, again, the last warm-up drill. Now we'll go a straight leg bound for 15, so nice and big, and then into a sprint for 15. I like doing these little combo transition from that bound to the sprint. It's also a good warm-up. So I'll go like 2 to 3, go like 80%, and then maybe 90%, or maybe 70, 80, 90, we'll see. 2 to 3 usually, to see how the hammies feel, if I only need, but warm up with this. All right, we're getting to the speed work now. So that warm-up took like 12, 13 minutes. I'll take like a 3-minute break. Today, I'm gonna do some 30s and 40s and maybe some flies at the end. I'm gonna try to do it perfectly. I always end up doing a little too much. Now, I'm always within specific parameters, like usually around like 240 total yards, like that 2 to 300 range. But because I'm squatting after, I wanna get just enough in. So probably 2 to 3 30s, 2 to 3 40s, and then maybe some fly 40s. We'll see how we feel. I'm gonna throw the vest on, see how fast I can rip it, but let's get into it. All right, sprint session knocked out, complete. Just drove to the gym, have a little honey nut, some carbs, just because I'm training back to back. So be like 3 hours straight of training. So I'm trying to be better with my my fueling strategy. Really, it's not that complex. Eat some carbs before, and then if you train for a while, eat some carbs during. I think that helps. And then we got, come on now, just sponsor me, Rain. Come on. The amount of free publicity I've given you on this channel, come on, just give me a sponsor. But we'll have one of those. And yeah, get in the weight room, get squatting. Let's freaking go. I mean, I am freaking juiced up. That was such a quality session. Didn't film a lot, filmed one of each set. Holy shit, I was locked the hell in. My legs felt so freaking good. The first set of 475, I had to like double, triple, quadruple check. I was like, is this 475 or is this 375? I had to count the plates like 5 times because it moves so good. Oh my God. And then that confidence you get from that first set is like, oh, I'm going to annihilate these last 4 sets. But that was a good day, man. Oh my God. The squats, RDLs, reverse lunges, ham curls, legs just felt fresh. And again, kind of playing around with the training. I've always used to do it where I would sprint, kind of how I did today. I would sprint and then immediately go to the gym or my garage and lift. That's kind of how I always did it. It was probably the last year that I started splitting them up into 2 sessions, but I definitely like just going straight into it. I think for me, what happens when I do 2 sessions, I get psyched up to do 1 session and I go lay around, do some work for a little bit, and then I have to get psyched up again. And by then I've been overthinking it all day, especially if I have to squat heavy. Whereas when I just start it, I got that arousal up and just flow right into it. So I'll probably go back to that structure where it's just a dense block. So instead of splitting up, just 3 straight hours of training. But as long as I'm fueled properly before and get some like Cheerios in me and a lot of caffeine and a lot of water, that's a key. If I'm going to the bathroom like 5 times throughout the workout, 5, 6 times, that means I'm hydrated, I'm caffeinated, and I'm ready to rip some weight. That's a big sign for me. So yeah, that's just my own training. But those sessions where you just freaking rip it, the confidence that gets. Also, I don't know how people cannot do legs. Like, to me, training is sprinting, jumping, doing legs. Upper body, hell yeah, you're working hard, but you got to earn those upper body days, if that makes sense. You got to go fucking hard on your legs, got to do all the hard stuff, and then you earn those pump days, those fun days, you know? You can't only have fun pump days, otherwise they're not fun. So that's why training's so fun, because you got these hard days. I mean, these are the fun days. The hard days, the fun days when you do heavy weights and you're squatting heavy and the weights are moving. So freak yeah. Last couple months have been like a lot of volume, which is what I wanted. More of a hypertrophy, you know, kind of do more of a body part split that I haven't traditionally done. Usually I'm an upper lower guy, but it's been good. And I might go back to my upper lower split just with a higher frequency and maybe more focuses. So maybe I do an upper day. It's more of a chest, back, shoulders, arms. That's actually what I was doing earlier this year. So I've kind of had like 4 different splits this past year, but they've all been essentially the same. 6 lifts, 2 speed sessions, usually 2 to 3 conditioning sessions. It's just I fluctuate, you know, little stuff, depending on the block I'm in. But I'm a big strength block. Again, trying to get my squat bench clean back up. It's just fucking, it was one of those days. Maybe it's because I watched a Christmas movie yesterday, The Holiday. And it's just the vibe, man. Daylight savings. It's getting dark out. It's getting gritty out. And that nostalgic feeling. Throughout college, I worked out of my parents' garage in the summer and winters when I was home from school. And the wintertime, I would just have the garage door down. It would be dark in there, cold, and all we had was a squat rack, and I would just be ripping weights. That's kind of how I felt today when I approached it. So sometimes you just got to like take yourself back in those nostalgic mindsets, because that's what it's all about. And again, that's why training's so fun. You can always think back on it. But just a fucking good session. That's all we care about, baby. Let's go. Get psyched up for your sessions. Obviously, not every day is going to feel like this, but golly day when you have these good days, that's all you want. So, yeah, this is just me a training vlog today. I'll cut it here. I'm about to go down some salmon, but I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Keep stacking them damn days. Let's get power jacked. Let's go.